She thought filing a complaint would help other women. She discovered it was feeding directly to the predators. Jessica Porter had been a secretary at Morrison Sterling and Associates law firm for 18 months, working her way up from receptionist. She believed in the firm's reputation for justice and integrity, but on this Monday morning she would discover that the men she trusted to fight for justice were the ones destroying it. The morning started like any other. Jessica arrived early to prepare for senior partner David Morrison's 9 a.m. meeting with 3 junior associates. As she organized files in the conference room, she overheard a conversation that made her blood run cold. "The Williams case needs to disappear," Morrison was saying. "She's threatening to go public with the harassment allegations." "What about her evidence?" asked Associate Marcus Thompson. "That's been handled. Her phone was accidentally wiped during IT maintenance, and her written complaints mysteriously vanished from HR files." Jessica froze. Lisa Williams was a paralegal who had filed a sexual harassment complaint against Morrison last month. Jessica had processed the paperwork herself. "The Peterson girl is next," Morrison continued. "She thinks recording our conversations will protect her. She doesn't know we control the security system." Associate Rebecca Foster laughed coldly. "Naive little thing actually believes HR is there to help employees." Jessica realized with horror they were discussing multiple women, treating harassment victims like problems to be eliminated. "What about the new secretary?" Thompson asked. "She's been asking questions about missing HR files." Morrison's voice turned menacing. "Jessica Porter? She's becoming a liability. We'll need to address her soon." Jessica's heart pounded as she realized they were planning to target her next. She quickly finished organizing and returned to her desk, trying to act normal. But her mind raced. How many women had been harassed? How many complaints had been buried? During lunch, Jessica accessed the firm's client database, searching for any women who might have filed complaints. What she found was disturbing. 17 women had been employed by the firm in the past 2 years, but only 5 still worked there. Jessica decided to investigate what happened to the 12 who left. Using the firm's contact system, she reached out to former employee Monica Rodriguez. "Monica, this is Jessica from Morrison Sterling. I'm updating our alumni database. How has everything been since you left?" Monica's voice became tense. "Why are you calling me?" "I signed the agreement. I can't discuss anything about my time there." "What agreement?" "The non-disclosure agreement. They said if I ever talked about what happened, they'd sue me for everything I have." After Monica hung up, Jessica felt sick. NDAs meant the firm was systematically covering up misconduct. That afternoon, Jessica was filing documents in Morrison's office when she accidentally knocked over a stack of folders from his desk. As she picked them up, one file fell open, revealing something that made her stomach turn. It was labeled Problem Employees, Resolution Strategies, and contained detailed profiles of women who had worked at the firm. Each file included personal information, financial vulnerabilities, and notes about pressure points that could be used against them. Jessica saw Lisa Williams' file, single mother, student loans $47K, fears losing health insurance, recommend financial pressure and custody threats. Monica Rodriguez's file, undocumented sister, fears immigration consequences, recommend deportation threats. At the bottom of the pile was a file that made Jessica's blood freeze, her own profile, Jessica Porter. Widowed, caring for disabled mother, no savings, recommend job termination and legal harassment. They had been researching her personal life, looking for ways to destroy her if she became a problem. Jessica quickly photographed the files with her phone, but as she was finishing, she heard footsteps in the hallway. Morrison entered with HR Director Patricia Walsh, whom Jessica had trusted to handle employee complaints. "Jessica, working late again?" Morrison asked, his eyes scanning his desk to see if anything had been disturbed. "Just finishing the filing you requested, Mr. Morrison." Patricia Walsh stepped forward. "Jessica, we need to discuss some concerns that have been brought to our attention. Some employees feel you've been asking inappropriate questions about confidential matters." Jessica's heart sank. Someone had reported her inquiries about missing HR files. "I'm just trying to do my job thoroughly," Jessica said. Morrison smiled coldly. "Of course, But thoroughness can sometimes be misinterpreted as nosiness. We value team players here, Jessica. Employees who understand their role and don't overstep boundaries. I understand, Sir Good. Because employees who can't respect confidentiality and chain of command often find themselves unemployed and unemployable in this industry. As they left, Jessica realized she was being watched and threatened. But she also knew she had evidence that could help the women who had been victimized. That evening, Jessica tried calling the State Bar Association to report attorney misconduct, but the receptionist's response chilled her. "Mr. Morrison? He serves on our ethics committee. Are you certain you want to file a complaint against a committee member?" Jessica hung up, realizing the corruption reached beyond the law firm itself. Jessica thought she had found evidence of harassment cover-ups at one law firm. She didn't know she had uncovered a systematic operation that destroys women's lives while the perpetrators control the very systems meant to protect victims. Part 2. When Jessica digs deeper, she'll discover how far this conspiracy reaches and how many women have been silenced forever.